let's generate some client code. All right. So what I need you to do is to start off and navigate it to where you built your movie quotes backend in the last unit, right? So you're gonna find some place. So mine is in Eclipse Workspaces in here, and then in this particular workspace, I had a Bautel movie quotes folder. What you're looking for is the app.yaml, right? So this level right here. So that's where we're going to want to start off from. In Windows, if you hit Control Shift and you right click, it will let you open a command window there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let that happen. All right, and it brings up a window here. Obviously, you could use window as just hit the start menu and type in CMD for command. That will just start you off in a different folder, and you could navigate here, using CD. Anyway, but I'm right here. Easy thing to do. And what you want to do is to type on Python, all right, and see if it comes right up here, right? So mine does. I'm going to exit out here. Take the next minute. If yours did not come up, we'll see how to fix that. Essentially, you want to add you can add something to your environment variable so that you don't have to type in the whole path here. So what you'd like to do is in your folder, you want to hit Computer, and you want to do Properties, and within here you want to go to Advanced System Settings, and one of them is going to be Environment Variables. And if we look here within System Variables, there should be Path, right? And what you want to do is you want to edit this to add the location of Python. So I've already done this, but let me go through it with you. If you hit Edit, it's really a pain to do it from here. So Control A to select that, Control C, copy it out, and I would dump this into a text editor or something. So if I dump this in here, you probably have a lot of path variables here. And if I search for Python, all right. So I already do have this here. You'll see that I have this C. So C:\program files \Python 2. That's the folder that I used, right? Notice that they're all separated by semicolons here, and so on. So what you need to do is navigate once to that location using Windows, and add this to your path. You can grab this thing once you've changed it, dump it back in here, click OK, right, and then click OK again, and you should have it added to your environment variables. You'll know whether that works. Again, if you come back to here, you should be able to just type in Python and have it open up a Python shell. All right, so what we want to do is essentially we want to run a program called endpoints config using Python. So I'm going to type in Python, and then this endpoints config is inside my Google App Engine folder. So this guy is going to be in C:\program files program files x86 in the Google folder \, and then there should be one for Google App Engine \ again, and I want this endpoints config. And if I start typing it and hit tab again, that's what I've been doing all along here, is just hitting tab. So you'll get that endpoints config.py. It's quoting it because of the space in the program files folder. Okay, we got some parameters to this. So you want to do get _client_lib, right? Java, since we're generating Android code, which is in Java, and then we need to tell it where our API is. Okay, so yours it's probably the same place as mine. It's in the movie quotes _API.py file. You can take off the .py and give this kind of like a package name, right? So movie quotes _API, and then movie, and this is capitalized here, movie quotes API. All right, and again, that's the name of the class that was inside this folder. Remember the movie quotes API? That had a movie quotes API class in it. All right, and if we hit that and have it generate, it's probably going to complain something about images and everything with the Python pill module. Don't worry about that. And it'll take a little bit here, and it will write it to a certain location. So it's saying it's writing it to this folder in this zip file, right? So I'm actually all done with my command interface now. So I have it here, okay, and if I open this guy up, I actually have a few different things. So I have libraries, and I have sources, and then I have some jar files here. So let's take care of the code first. So the code itself is inside this jar file. So you can drag that out, and that would be all fine and everything, except that I really don't want a jar. I want the source itself from this. Jar files are really just zip files, so I'm going to kind of fake this out, and I'm going to replace the jar with .zip, and it might ask you if you're sure. Yep, we're sure. And then this guy's another zip file. I can open it up, and I'll notice that inside here I have a COM folder. Right? This is the code that I want to put inside my my project. Right? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab this COM. I'm going to copy it from here, and you want to go into your project. Okay, so maybe it's here. Let's see, COM, and open this up and drag that guy into the source folder. Okay, it'll ask you, do you want to copy them or link them? Up to you what you want to do. I'm going to copy mine. And that's going to come in. It's still complaining because I need some libraries as well from endpoints. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to come back here into my zip file, and inside this guy I had libs. And let's see. I think I'm going to unzip this whole thing here. So let's go ahead and extract this guy. And because what I want to do is I want to just sort it by type, right? And I want a bunch of the jar files. I don't need the properties. And there's certain ones of these that we need, right? So these are listed out in the document. But otherwise, let's go ahead and grab them. So we need the API client here, API client Android. We want the Google HTTP client and the HTTP client Android. Okay, and then HTTP client JSON. We need the OAuth client. We actually don't need it for this particular example, but I'm in the habit of grabbing it. And the next one we're going to be using OAuth in a later unit. And then you just need the simple JSON and then this JSR 305. Okay, so you're going to take these guys and you're going to copy them, and you're going to go over back into your project, and you're probably going to want to make a new folder here for libs for your libraries. And then in here, you're going to want to paste them in, and that should dump in those 8 libraries. Okay. All right. So what have we got? So you'll notice that the errors on this guy are gone. If we go back to our activity, the errors are likely going to be in our imports, right? So let's go up to this guy. So it says movie quote can't be resolved to a type. It's going to ask, do you want to import movie quote from? And we look here. We'll see this is my generated package, right? So it came in as com.appspot.batelmoviequotes.moviequotes.model, right? So I will go ahead and import that, and that's going to make a whole mess of those guys go away. Let's see what else we have here. So this guy right here refers to the missing type movie quote. I think that may be an import error in the other one. So let's go back here. So I'm now in my movie quote array adapter Java file, and let's do the same thing here. So import movie quote from that location, and that guy will go away. And in fact, that fixed the errors in main activity as well. All right. So at this point, you should be able to run your program. At least it's compiling. You won't have any backend, of course, any sort of support. We haven't connected to it yet, but it should at least be compiling and working. Right. And in fact, if you run it, the default is to bring up just 3 sort of dummy quotes here. You can add more if you want. You can edit them, and you can long press to delete one or more of them. Right. So I'm not going to delete them here. So that's all we have for you. Hopefully you got everything set up here. Use the document if you get stuck anywhere, and we will see you back for our next lesson, where we're going to start to tie into this generated code to set up a service object.